Just gonna find a comfortable seated position here at the center. Sitting up nice and tall. Get any wiggles out of the body if you want to roll out the shoulders. Take the head a little bit from side to side. Just loosen everything up. All right, and come here to this space. Sitting up again, as I said, tall through the crown of your head. Allow your eyes to gently close down. And just taking these first few moments here of class to check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe physically, mentally, emotionally. Just see if you can notice what's going on with you right now in this moment and allow yourself to observe those things without assigning any sort of meaning to them, any sort of story about them. See if rather you can practice acceptance, acknowledgement, and non-judgment here. Doesn't matter what those things are. You might be feeling, maybe you're feeling really positive and really awake and energized. Maybe it's the opposite today. There is no right or wrong. Just using this time to accept what things look like for us right now in this moment, this exact moment. Give yourself permission to be here or there in whatever room it is that you're in. Leave everything at the door. Anything having to do with the outside world, anything that doesn't have to do with your practice here and now, give yourself permission to bench it. This time is for you. Begin to turn your attention now to your breath as you soften through the face, the space between your eyebrows, your jaw. Relax it down. And notice the breath as it moves in and out through your nose. Feel it circulating throughout the body. And begin to deepen that breath. Inhale and exhale through your nose. And see if you can create here an equal pace of inhalation and of exhalation. Just adding that bit of intention to the breath. Letting your mind settle as your focus hones in on each inhale and each exhale. Now we're going to stay here a little bit longer than I usually do at the beginning of class, just because I really want you to settle into this breath focus. You might feel the need to kind of fidget around, and I encourage you to try and just embrace stillness, embrace silence. Of course, if you have to move, if there's pain in the body, then feel free to move, but try to resist that urge to simply fidget. And rather keep that focus on the breath. If thoughts, if feelings, if sensations arise as you sit and attempt to focus here on your breath, that's all right. Simply observe whatever those things that are coming up for you are, and allow them to pass as you return to the breath. That being said, let's embrace that silence, embrace that stillness here for 10 deep breaths in and out. You're of course welcome to stay here as long as you need. When you're ready, start to just tune back into the body, continuing to breathe nice and deep, but maybe add a little bit of movement. Wiggle out the fingers, wiggle out the toes, just feeling that physical presence here on the mat once more. Roll your shoulders back and down. And on an inhale, allow your chin to just drop heavily down towards your chest. Exhale to roll your right ear over to the right shoulder. Head is still relaxed, eyes are closed. Release the left shoulder down away from your ear. Just feeling that stretch through the left side of the neck. Inhale, roll the chin back to the center of the chest. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Same thing. Feel that nice stretch down the right side of the neck. Relax your right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center, chin to chest. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, roll the head all the way back up to center. Gently open up the eyes, roll the shoulders back. All right, I'm gonna get ready to move a little bit here. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. On your exhale, twist to your right, bringing the right hand just behind the tailbone. Left hand is gonna come to the outside of your right knee. And just stay long and tall through the spine as you gaze out over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist opposite side, same thing. Keeping long and tall through the spine, gaze back over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands come to heart. Slowly come forward to tabletop, hands and knees on your mat. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're just gonna start to find a little bit of movement to warm up the entire body, to bring that physical presence to the body. So start by just maybe shifting the body a little bit front to back here, keeping the spine long and neutral. Doesn't have to be fast. Spread your fingertips wide so you're pressing into all 10 fingertips, and really feel that entirety of your palm pressing down into the ground. Inhale to come forward, exhale to bring it back. Starting to coordinate that movement with your breath. Next time you inhale, come forward. Start to bring your hips out over to the right, back and up to the left. So we're circling the hips now forward, all the way around. Again, trying to keep the spine nice and neutral, using your breath to move and staying grounded through both palms, all 10 fingertips. On this next inhale, when you reach the top of your circle, switch the direction of your circles. And just feeling that body moving around, feel the energy starting to circulate. One more. Slowly return back to a neutral tabletop, and as you inhale, drop your belly down, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhale, press through your palms, round the back, the shoulders, chin to chest. Cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops down. Exhale to round. Continuing with that cat-cow, use your breath. Your inhale drops the belly down, lifts the chest. Your exhale presses and rounds. It's okay if you're moving a little faster or maybe a little slower than me. Go at your own breath pace. Just getting that body warmed up. Let's take 2 more rounds of cat-cow. And then gently come back to a neutral tabletop here. We're going to immediately come down into a forearm plank. So forearms down, parallel with each other, elbows underneath the shoulders. Belly is hugging up and in. Step the feet back, forearm plank. Hips in line with the shoulders here, so we're not way up and we're not dropping down. If you're feeling pain in your lower back, just drop the knees down to the mat and keep hugging your belly up and in. Press the ground away from you using those forearms. Find that nice even breath in and out through the nose. Getting that warmth in the shoulders, heat in the core. 2 more breaths. Slowly, next inhale, press up to high plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. As you exhale, send your hips all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Start to pedal the heels out a little bit here.
Spreading the fingertips wide on your mat, finding that breath. Maybe shake your head out, yes, shake it, no. And then find stillness here for a moment in your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth side out. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. All right, inhale, look forward. Walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat to meet your hands. Halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, forward fold, heel toe your feet about mat's distance apart here, so kind of wide. Bend the knees deeply, grab opposite elbows, sway the torso side to side. Starting to feel some length through the spine, some opening in the upper back and shoulders. Gently release through center, fingertips come back to the mat or shins, halfway lift. On your exhale, plant the right hand just underneath your gaze. Bend your right knee and sweep the left arm up to the sky. Nice big twist. Inhale here, exhale, release to center. Switch it out, left palm plants, bend your left knee, sweep the right arm up to the sky. Just nice twist, and think about twisting through the torso here. So you're spiraling your chest up and open. Inhale here. Exhale, release back to center. Heel toe your feet so that they're about hips distance apart again. And we're gonna move through some warm-up sun salutations. Bend the knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms sweep up to the sky. On the exhale, dive all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to plant your palms, step back to high plank. If you want to chaturanga, you can chaturanga with knees up or down. Or if you don't feel like chaturanga today, hips go straight up and back, down dog. So making your way back to down dog in the way that suits you. Breathe, walk it out, shake the head out, release the neck. Inhale, look forward, walk or hop to meet your hands. Halfway lift, flat back. Feet are about hips distance as you exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, arms sweep up, upward salute. Exhale to dive back down, forward fold. Stay grounded through all four corners of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, palms plant, step or hop back, chaturanga or skip it. Inhale brings you to up dog or cobra if you want that. Exhale, downward facing dog. So remembering that that full flow is just an option. You can always just go straight from this high plank right to downward facing dog. Full breath in and out here. Inhale, look forward, walk or hop to meet your hands, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, sweep the arms overhead. This time on your exhale, let's take cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the chest, fingertips spread wide. Legs and belly are engaged. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come behind you to bind, grabbing opposite forearms, or if you have space, interlace the fingers, straighten out the arms. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears as you heel toe the feet, a little bit wider than the mat. On your exhale, hinge through the hips, fold forward. Perhaps your arms come up and over. If they don't naturally, don't force it. Inhale to release your bind, fingertips to the floor, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back. Ooh, there goes my mat. Chaturanga or straight to down dog. Elbows are in during that chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. That down dog, this down dog is a place to check in. Where is your breath? Are you still finding that nice breath in and out through the nose? All right, inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, bend your right knee and stack your hip open. Inhale, straighten the right leg back out. On your exhale, step your right foot between your hands at the front of the mat. Gently lower the left knee to the ground, untuck the left toes. If you have sensitive knees, a blanket underneath is awesome. If you don't have a blanket, you can just fold your mat under for extra support. Maybe start to bring it up a little higher in that low lunge so hands can come to the knees, or hands can reach up overhead. Ooh. Try to stay grounded through the inner edge of your right foot, letting the hips sink forward. Nice deep breath in and out. Whew. Taking another inhale as you lift through your chest. Exhale, left hand to the ground, right arm to the sky. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, twisted high lunge. All right, we're gonna take one big circle on the right arm. So inhale, reach the arm forward, sweep it all the way up and back, opening up the chest. Exhale. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. As you exhale, hands come to frame your front foot, and we're gonna step the left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold. From here, inner edges of the feet are touching. Bend your knees, send the hips back, rise up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Send the weight back into the heels, see if you can lift up all 10 toes. Big breath in. As you exhale, just twist open to the right, but stay lifted through the chest. So rather than coming down and hooking the elbow, just stay open and lifted. All right, if you want to take this a little further, option to take your right arm and bind it back behind your back. If you want to try and twist even further, left hand can come and hook onto the outside of the right hip, and you can kind of draw your shoulder open a little bit more. Knees are in line. Inhale, arms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back, chaturanga or not. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend your left knee and stack your hip open. Next, inhale, straightens the leg back out, reach through the toes. Exhale, left foot steps forward between the hands, getting to 90 degrees in that front leg. Right knee drops to the mat, maybe a blanket if you have sensitive knees. Feel it out, let those hips sink forward. If you want to go higher, hands come up to the knees or all the way up overhead. Either way, shoulders are back, lifting through the heart. Ground through the inner edge of your left foot. Taking a nice big breath in, lift your heart. Exhale, right hand down, left arm spirals open. Tuck your back toes, lift the right knee. We're gonna take that one arm circle in the left arm, so inhale, reach, bring it down, exhale, up and around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, frame your front foot, step the right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, walk the feet together, big toes touch, fold. Bend the knees, rise up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Hips back, spine is nice and flat, nice and neutral here in the back. Belly is hugging up and in. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Making sure knees are in line here. Option to take it a little deeper, maybe left hand wraps behind the back. If you want to go even deeper, right hand comes across the body, reaching for that left hip, spiraling your chest open. Inhale, stand up tall, release the bind. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here. Taking a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, start to lower the elbows and the forearms to the ground, staying in that down dog position. So this is dolphin pose. It's a lot like down dog, except on the forearms. Maybe start to walk your toes a little bit further in. Feel that opening through the chest. That stretch in the shoulders here. Press the ground away using the forearms. Hands relaxed and heavy. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your knees wide to the mat, child's pose. 4 breaths here, forehead to the floor. We're here to just check back in, to recover. Slowly use your hands to kind of inch back towards your legs so you can sit back onto the heels for a moment. And from here, hands are going to come to heart, shoulders back, heart lifted, belly's pulling up and in, and we're just going to lift the hips to a little bit of a hover over the heels. All right? So you're starting to feel the quadriceps really engaging here to help kind of support the rest of the upper body. Breathe, shoulders back. Oh yeah, make sure you're not sticking the booty, you're not arching the back. Tailbone is neutral. Inhale here. And exhale, let's take it one more, inhale. This time exhale, step the right foot far forward out at your right corner of the mat. So you are like kind of wide here, okay? So it's not quite the same as your low lunge. Your right toes are turned out to the right side and our legs are basically externally rotated out, okay? So inhale, arms up. On the exhale, bring the right hand down to the inside of the right leg. Left arm reaches up. Now, if this is a little far, you could, if you have a block, you could take your hand to a block instead. If that's still not quite happening, elbow to knee, just fine. But we are spiraling the left side of the chest open. And we're using the elbow or the arm to open the right knee out to the side a little bit further. Inhale here. Exhale, bind the left arm behind the back. Inhale, release. Exhale, both hands come down underneath the shoulders. All right, from here, press into the palms and bring your left knee so that it's straightened forward instead of out to the side, okay? Your right toes are still facing the front right corner of the mat, okay? But the left hip is facing forward. So this is a lizard lunge, kind of. All right. Holding here for a moment, big breath in as you exhale, take your right hand, press to the inner side of your right knee, rolling to the pinky edge of the right foot. Oh, Lord. Inhale, bring it all the way back to center, making sure the toes are still facing out and up. Palms down, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. All right, from here, we're going to step the left foot forward so it comes to the outside of the left hand. Both feet facing out 45 degrees. Inhale here. As you exhale, sink down, yogi squat. Hands can come to heart here, elbows to the insides of the knees. Keep the spine long, crown of your head reaching tall. Big breath in, right arm reaches out in front of the right shin, left arm to the sky. Again, we're spiraling the chest open. Slowly release, coming back to center. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna roll straight back onto the mat. So you're just gonna let go, have fun with it, hug the knees into the chest, and we're gonna rock and roll for a total of 5 times. At the end of your 5th roll, you're gonna come all the way back up, plant the hands, step back, high plank, okay? So getting ready, let's take a big inhale. Exhale, just start to roll it all the way back. 5 rolls along the spine. All right, this is our last one. On your last one, bring yourself all the way forward, plant the hands, step back, high plank, hold. Strong shoulders, strong belly. Inhale, take your right hand just underneath your gaze. Start to drop both heels over to your right side. Left arm reaches up, Vashisthasana, side plank. Inner edges of the feet are stacked. You can modify by bringing a knee down to the floor. Engage through the obliques, lift through the side body. Maybe see if you can challenge yourself to lift the left leg. Keep that left leg lifted as you bring the left hand down, even the palms out, wrists under shoulders. Big breath in, exhale, pull the left knee to the chest. Whew. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee to chest. One more, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, hips lift, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, stack your hip open. That's a lot. Breathe here for a moment. Inhale, straighten the left leg out. Exhale, down dog. Walk it out. All right. Gently drop the knees down to the mat. Take the knees to about where you would for child's pose, but we're gonna walk back to sit back onto our heels again. Take a couple of rolls through the shoulders. And then rolling forward. Inhale, arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. Nice big side stretch, palm facing towards the floor. Roll through center, coming to the opposite side, left hand down. Right arm sweeps up and over. Big side stretch. Bring it all the way back forward, hands come in front. Find a halfway lift as you press into all 10 fingertips. Exhale, walk them out further, child's pose. 4 breaths. All right, use your hands, walk back to sit onto your hips, and we're gonna come into that little hover again. Hands come to heart, shoulders back. Lift the hips to hover up off the heels. Not leaning forward, still trying to keep shoulders stacked over hip bones, and we're just engaging the quadriceps to support the entire upper body here. Really use those quadriceps, shoulders are back, crown is lifted, neutral tailbone. One more inhale. Exhale, left foot steps out to that left corner. So foot is facing out towards the actual corner, okay? This right knee is still kind of out towards the right. So we have some big openness kind of in the inside of the hips, the groin area. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm up. Remember, if you have a block, you could always bring the hand to a block instead. Or if that still feels like a little bit too much, elbow to knee, right arm up. Any of them are good. We're just opening, spiraling the chest up. Using the outside of your elbow or the outside of your left arm to open the left knee a little wider. Big breath in. Exhale, right hand binds behind the back. Inhale, release. Exhale, we're gonna bring both hands underneath the shoulders now so they're nice and stacked. Now taking your right knee, it should be skewed out a little bit, so we're gonna just square it off so it's facing the front now, but the left toes are still facing the left corner, kind of like a wonky lizard lunge. Settle your hips down, breathe. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand to the inside of your left knee, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, press it open. Press out of your right shoulder, so don't sink down. Press, create space. Inhale, release the foot back to the floor, both palms plant. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, making sure your left foot is still facing out to the left. Step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink it down on your exhale. Yogi squat, hands to heart. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted. We're going to take that little half bind on the opposite side. So inhale, left arm reaches in front of left shin, fingertips to the floor. Right arm reaches up. Draw your top shoulder open. Inhale, release back to center, hands to heart. We're going to go for those rolls again. So 5 rolls along the spine. On the 5th roll, we come all the way up. Plant the palms, step back, high plank. So get ready, inhale, lifting through the heart. Exhale, just allow yourself to roll back, knees in, 5 rolls. Just giving your spine a little massage. Last one, Bring it forward, cross the ankles, plant the palms, step back, high plank, hold. All right, big breath in, left hand comes under the gaze. Both heels drop to the left side, right arm up. Try to stack the inner edges of the feet. Use the obliques to lift through the side body. Modification, drop the bottom knee. All right, woo. If you fall, it's okay. Woo. Strengthen the shoulders. See if you can lift that right leg up. Breathe. Woo. Inhale, keep that right leg lifted. Palms come back to the floor. Extend through the right leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, take it all the way up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knees, stack your hip open. Breathe. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, release. Walk it out here for a second. When you're ready, inhale, lift the right toes. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Let your hips kind of sink down. Rotate your back heel all the way down. Cartwheel the arms open for warrior two, sinking into your front leg. Check here. I'm out of breath, y'all. Check here that your front heel lines up with the arch of your back foot, and the back edge of your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Sink into that front knee. Don't cheat yourself. Sink down. Get that stretch in the inner thighs, like groin area. All right. Inhale, straighten your front leg. As you exhale, hips shift back in space. Reach the right fingertips forward. Exhale to bring the right hand to the right shin. Left arm to the sky. Now try to avoid the temptation to fold over. This is not really a big fold in the side body. You want to try and keep length through the spine, through the crown of your head, so you're long. And what we're getting here rather is that opening on the inner side of the hip. If you can keep the spine long and you want to go deeper, the right hand can maybe come down to the ankle. If you can keep that crown reaching forward, maybe hand comes to the floor. If the shin is feeling like too much, if you have a block, a nice tall block can kind of help give you a little extra space. Keep your legs really active. Imagine you're using your feet to pull the mat in two different directions. All right, on your inhale, we're gonna rise up, reverse the triangle. Right arm reaches up and back. Exhale to bend into your right knee, right elbow comes to the right knee. Left arm sweeps alongside the left cheek. Again, if you would like to go lower, option to bring your hand to a block if you have it, or the floor. Only if that space is available to you in your body. Don't try to force it, okay? All right, big breath in, come back up, warrior two. Sink for your exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Sorry, I'm gonna be turning away from you, but we're gonna pivot the toes to that left side of the mat. Toes are both facing the same way. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, find a bind behind your back. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Hinge forward through your hips. Again, maybe your arms come up and over, but don't force them. If you need to, you can always bend the knees a little bit to relieve some of the tension, if there's a lot of tension in your hamstrings. Go ahead, release the bind, roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms overhead. Exhale, pivot the toes forward, plant the palms, lift your back heel, step back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Same thing coming into warrior two. Rotate the back heel down. Check that your front heel aligns with the arch of the back foot. Cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Gazing over that left middle finger, sink into that front leg, okay? Really get that opening.
Soften the face. Are you breathing? Inhale, front leg straightens. Exhale, hips shift back. Left fingertips reach forward, forward, forward. And then left hand comes to left shin, right arm up. You can also always shorten the stance of your legs if you ended up a little too wide. And remember, you can maybe bring the hand down to a block if you can keep the length in the spine, or bring the hand down to the floor as long as the length is still there in the spine. So you don't want leaning over like this, okay? Length in the spine. Both legs are very engaged. Press into the back outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, let's take it up and back, reverse Trikonasana. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Left elbow to the knee, right arm alongside right cheek. If you want to go further, left hand can come to a block or the floor if that's available in your body. Keep spiraling your chest up and open. Inhale, let's bring it all the way up. Turn the toes to the right side of your mat. And we'll take another wide fold. So this time, we're just going to bring hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hinge through the hips, forward fold. Option to keep the hands on the hips here, or if you'd like to take a deeper version of the stretch, you can take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. So this might not work in every single body, and that's okay. Wrap them around your big toes. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to use that grip to draw the spine long and the chest towards the thighs. Elbows are making 90-degree angles. If you took a grip on the big toes, release, bend the knees slightly, we'll roll all the way back up. Arms overhead. Exhale, pivot the left toes back to the front, frame the left foot, lifting your back heel, step back, down dog. Take child's pose, 4 breaths. Inhale, slowly make your way back up to that downward facing dog. We're going to move into our peak pose. Hips up and back. Take a moment, find that inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend your knee and stack your hip open. Now you have the option to stay here if you'd like to go a little deeper. You can flip your dog by gently bringing the right toes to the floor underneath you, and then press the hips and the heart up as the right arm reaches forward. Just a little extra of a back bend here. If that doesn't feel good in your body, don't force it. If you flipped your dog, right palm comes back to the floor. Everybody extends the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. All right, once you get here, rotate the back foot down. We're cartwheeling the arms open, warrior 2. Moving into half moon, which is our peak pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head, gaze down to the outside of your right foot. On your exhale, start to bring your right fingertips down to the floor. If you have a block, you could also come to a block. And that placement is going to be just in front and to the right of your right foot. So either hand is maybe on a block, maybe fingertips to the mat. And we're going to start to step that left foot forward, forward, forward until we can stand into that right leg. Now at this point, it might be easier to bring your fingertips all the way down. And we're going to move into that half moon pose. So half moon pose, we start to open the left hip, the left shoulder out to the side, left arm extends. Left toes are flexed towards the side wall, and you're trying, if you fall, it's okay. Trying to keep that length again in the spine, just like triangle pose. I know you're leaning pretty far forward, and that's okay, but think about length in the spine. Open that top shoulder, top arm. Keeping a bend in your right leg is helpful.
If you gaze down at the floor, that'll help you with your balance. If you're looking for a challenge, gaze up towards the ceiling, which I cannot do. If you'd like to add a bind to your half moon, to your Ardha Chandrasana, bend the right knee, grab that right ankle and kick the foot into your hand. Again, that might not feel good in your body today, and that's fine. Do not force it if your body's telling you no. Keep spiraling that top hip, top shoulder open. If you took the bind, inhale to release. Exhale, bring it all the way back down, forward fold. Walk it out a little bit. Right leg is probably feeling it, talking to you a little. And then heel toe the feet hips distance apart. From here, we're going to find a big toe hold, Padangustasana. Bend the knees, taking those peace fingers again. Wrap them around your big toes. Inhale to halfway lift. If you need to bend the knees when you halfway lift, that's fine. Exhale, draw the heart towards your thighs. Elbows out to the side, possibly straightening out the legs if that feels okay in your body. Inhale, release the bind, halfway lift. If you had a block, go ahead and move it so you don't hit your head. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back, chaturanga or straight to down dog. Moving into that other side now, peak pose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, stack your hip open. If you're not interested in flipping your dog, that's fine. This is where you stay. If you want to flip the dog, left toes gently come down. Press the hips and the heart up, left arm extends overhead. Keep pressing out of your right shoulder. Left palm's going to come back to the floor. We're all going to extend that left leg back. Exhale, left foot steps forward between the hands. Rotate your back foot down, cartwheel the arms open as you inhale, warrior two, sink into the front leg. So you know where we're going. We're going into that Ardha Chandrasana, that half moon pose. Gaze down, slightly in front and to the left of your left foot. That's where your hand's going to be going. So inhale here. Exhale, start to bring that hand down. Maybe, again, if you have a block or even a book or something to put your hand down. And we're going to start to pop that right foot forward until we can stand up onto that left leg. At this point, you might bring that block or that hand a little further up. Start to rotate the right hip, rotate the right shoulder. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Lengthen the spine. Try to keep that leg extended, pressing through the sole of the foot, drawing your top shoulder, top hip open. Keeping a slight bend in your left knee if you can. If you fall, don't worry, just come back in. If you want to add that bind, we're bending the right knee, grabbing the right ankle, and kicking the foot into the hand. That's just an option. It might not work in your body today, and that is fine. If you took the bind, inhale to release. Exhale, release all the way down, forward fold, walk it out. Shake it out maybe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe your feet hips distance apart. Bend your knees, and this time instead of big toes, we're going to take gorilla pose, Padahastasana. Step the feet onto the palms of your hands, toes up into your wrist creases. Halfway lift first. Exhale, elbows draw out to the side. Hug the heart towards your thighs. If you're feeling good, you can straighten out the legs. Just breathing into that space in the back. We did a lot of chest opening, so this is kind of an opposite stretch, stretching out the back part of the body. Inhale, step off the palms, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. If you have that block, move it out of the way. Exhale, chaturanga. We're going to go all the way down to the ground now. Okay. Tops of the feet to the floor. Hands coming back by your sides. Engage the quadriceps, pressing the tops of your feet into the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Hands reach back behind you, locust pose. Option to also lift the feet if you're looking for a little more of a challenge. Think about hugging the elbows in towards the midline of the body. Belly's engaged and you're breathing. Gaze down slightly in front of you. Inhale, see if you can lift a little higher. Exhale, release, make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead to the back of the hands. Maybe shake the hips out a little bit, release the tension in the lower back. All right, from here, we're gonna take one more big back bend. Legs are extended, tops of the feet into the mat. You can come into that same locust pose. Feet can lift if you want, and if you want to continue to add a little extra here, so arms are back, then this time you can actually interlace the fingers, straighten out the arms behind you for a little extra. That's just an option. So set up, feet behind you, pressing into the mat, arms by your sides. Use your inhale. Lift the chest and the shoulders, maybe also lift the feet. Either stay here or you can find that locust bind, interlacing the fingers and straightening out the arms. Maybe index finger extends behind you. Tops of the feet facing the floor, engage the core, breathe. Gaze down and slightly in front of you for a long neutral neck. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Make that pillow with your hands. Rest the head to the back of the hands. This time, bend your knees, windshield wiper the feet side to side. Go ahead and release here. Bring your hands in line with the ribs. Press yourself all the way back. Walk the knees and the thighs all the way together. Seed pose, hips back, arms come back by your sides, forehead to the ground. Allow the shoulders to just round towards the floor. Coming into rabbit pose now, take your hands, grab hold of your heels, and then just start to lift the hips, rolling forward to the crown of your head. Draw your belly up and in, just really rounding the spine and the shoulders. Feel that stretch in the back, between the shoulder blades. Sit back onto the heels, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back. All right, slowly find your way back to downward facing dog. Don't worry, we're not doing anything too crazy. We're gonna move into our hip openers, which today is gonna be pigeon pose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring the right leg forward for pigeon. So right knee sets down by your right wrist, left knee down to the floor, untucking the toes. If you have knee pain, just take your right heel and hug it in closer to you. I'll face you so you can see what I'm talking about. So heel can come in closer to you for less tension on the hip. If you want it to be more intense, you're eventually working the shin to be parallel to the front of the mat, but don't force it. Another thing you don't want is to lean over onto the right hip. So try to keep the hips nice and square to the front rather. We're gonna do a little move here that helps to square it off. So inhale, lift tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, we're just gonna start to look back over the right shoulder, and that's gonna help you pull the left hip a little more forward, and release back to center. All right, you can stay here, or walk it down to the forearms. If you need in between, if you have a block, or you have books, or even a blanket or a pillow, you can bring the forearms to that instead. Just like that. Just breathe through it. On your next inhale, start to bring it back up to the palms if you came down at all. To come out of your pigeon pose, you're gonna tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, press all the way up and back, down dog. Walk it out here for a moment, shake it out. And when you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it forward for pigeon, left side. Now each hip might be a little different, so you might find one hip is a little more open than the other. Remember, if you need less, pull the heel in closer to you. Hips are nice and square as you inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, gaze back over your left shoulder, allowing that right hip to draw forward. Inhale, center. Option to stay here or bring it to the forearms. Just using these nice long holds to focus on the breath. Try to relax the muscles of the face. Don't clench your jaw. Inhale to walk it back up. To come out of it, we tuck our back toes first, lift the back knee, send the left leg all the way back down dog, walk it out, shake it out, whatever you need to do. And then we'll slowly drop to the knees, crossing at the ankles, coming back onto a seat. And we'll find Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Reach the arms forward. We're actually going to lean back. So lean back about halfway. Engage the core, engage the belly. Press the soles of the feet together. Heart is lifted, shoulders back. Big breath in, exhale. See if you can lower a little bit more. Inhale here, exhale, lower a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Just letting those hips remain nice and open. Inhale to draw the legs back together and center. Heel toe your feet to about max distance apart and allow the knees to fall in towards the midline. Hands just rest over your belly. For a moment here, actually make like a diamond shape with your hands and place it over top your belly button, closing your eyes, and just focus back in on that breath. Start to feel that breath moving in and out of the belly. When your inhales, the belly expands and your hands separate. On the exhales, the belly descends, bringing the fingers back together in that diamond shape. And just follow that, watch that for a few breaths as you settle the mind back down. As we prepare for final Shavasana. Gently release the hands back down by your sides. Separate the knees, heel toe the feet back together. And we'll just hug the knees in towards your chest. You can open your eyes if you want to, or just keep them closed. Rock side to side. Allow both knees to drop over to your right. Open the left arm out, gaze over your left side. Letting the body totally settle. Imagining that each breath, each exhale, you're releasing some tension. Inhale, come back to center, hug the knees in. Exhale, knees to the left. Right arm opens, gaze over the right side. Inhale back to center, hug it in. Maybe rocking it out for a few more moments here. And eventually releasing the legs all the way down to the mat. Letting them grow long as the feet fall out to the sides. Arms come down by your sides. If your eyes are not already closed, allow them to gently close. Check in with the muscles of your face, the space between your brows. Relax it. Unfurrow the brow. Release any clenching or tightness in the jaw. Allow yourself to be free of any worry, of any stress. Giving yourself permission right now in this moment. Rest. Shavasana. Start to bring movement back to the body. There's no right or wrong answer here. Just explore, see what feels good. Possibly wiggle out fingers, wiggle out toes. Roll out wrists, ankles, rock your head from side to side. Bringing yourself back into awareness, into presence here, laying on your mat. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet wide on the mat, and just allow your knees to gently windshield wiper right to left, bringing fluid and movement back to the spine, the center of the body, waking up all the internal organs. And gently roll over onto whichever side is calling to you. With the eyes still closed, press back up to that comfortable seated position. Sitting up tall as you bring the palms together in front of your heart, thumbs resting on your chest, an Anjali Mudra. Sealing your practice here with this gesture, this sign of love, compassion, gratitude, and acceptance. This is towards yourself, towards your body, and towards your practice. Allow your mind and your body to be at ease as you lift the thumb tips up to the center of your forehead, your third eye. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed class today. As a reminder, I am accepting donations for classes if you're able to give anything through my Venmo, which is Chels_teaches_yoga, or my PayPal, which is cnmyogi@gmail.com, and I'll make sure I leave that information in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.